Council members, please rise. We have Ashley Handler from Maplewood Middle School here to sing the national anthem. Oh, she's not coming? Well, never mind then.
I can sing it.
Let's just get started. Can we put the agenda up on the screen? Thank you very much. Good afternoon and welcome to the special events meeting of Moranis County for September. Thanks to those of you watching the live stream from home, and we look forward to welcoming you back in person when the situation allows. Can we get the agenda up there? Thank you. Today we will begin with the reading of the minutes, followed by consent items, then the regular items, then community announcements. I think we can keep it brief. Can we all agree to that?
Yeah, yes, sure.
We'll now turn to Ms. Bunn for the reading of the minutes.
The August meeting of the special events meeting of Moranis County for August at 6 p.m. was called to order at 6:22 p.m. The reading of the minutes from the month of July were read, which included the fact that the minutes for the month of June were read, and they were approved unanimously. Meeting was called to close at 6:24 p.m.
Thank you, Ms. Bunn.
Can I make a plug for the Inanova Blood Donation Center? I have been a blood donor for over 30 years and donated a lifetime 50 gallons. The center is running a drive to raise blood supplies for babies who need blood transfusions. If you have time, make yourself an appointment and use the hashtag #BloodForBabies.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Bunn, for that, and congratulations on that accomplishment. Now, you all have received the consent agenda prior to today's meeting. The items to be approved without vote in the absence of any objection are as follows. Number 1, the official minutes for the special events meeting of Moranis County for August at 6 p.m. Number 2, the financial report of the Special Events Committee of Moranis County for the month of September 2021. Number 3, the appointment of Mr. Rick D. Saliva to the position of Chief Wrangler, Animal Care and Control, Moranis County. And number 4, the appointment of Mr. Brad Gailey, welcome Brad, to this committee, the Special Events Committee of Moranis County. And finally, the nomination of local dog celebrity Mr. Sprinkle as the official mascot of the Special Events Committee of Moranis County. All in favor of approving the consent items?
Aye. Aye.
All right, moving on to regular items. The main issue for today is the 2021 annual Moranis County Halloween Parade. In the event of a no vote or a tie, or if a vote cannot be reached, funds will not be allocated to the parade, and it will therefore be unable to proceed. With that, let us please start with statements from each member of the committee on the benefits or the drawbacks of holding the parade this year. The chair recognizes herself. She may begin. The Halloween parade has been held annually in Moranis County since 1962 until, unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic forced us to cease festivities in 2020. This town needs a return to normalcy that only the annual Halloween parade can bring. Now, I know you are all well aware that I was in charge of the 2019 parade, which has since been dubbed in the press as the Halloween Parade Fiasco, the Great Moranis Massacre, and simply Hell on Wheels. But this year's parade will bring smiles and warmth back to a community that so desperately needs it, while simultaneously rebuilding trust in some of the county institutions that may have failed them in the past. The people of Moranis County need this. We need this. And Therefore, I think it will behoove the committee to agree to allocate funds to the parade this year. And on a serious note, before we proceed with the rest of the statements, I'd like to light a memorial candle in honor of those who were lost or harmed during 2019's events. You are in our prayers.
Janet, be careful.
It's all right, Gary. All right. The chair recognizes Nicholas Papagougoustamos.
I am a member of the Greek Orthodox community of St. Sophia's and a father of 3. And normally I would be voting no on a Halloween parade. But after 2019, I will be voting no on this parade. We can replace it with something just as fun, like a lock-in. Now, I have been warning for years that if we kept up with this, that something just like this would happen, and I'm sorry to say that it did. I just want to mention Romans 8:31. If God is for us, then who can be against us? And I would just say the devil in this Halloween parade. And that's why I'm here. Thank you.
Committee, please keep matters of religion inclusive if you would like to do so. This is a government meeting. The chair recognizes Gary Knopf.
You all know me, Gary Knopf. My pottery store, the Knopf Touch, does better when we have a parade, even the last one. Let's not let the events of the last parade hurt our small businesses. Let's bring the parade back. Bring it back. Bring pots back. Bring it back. I've got stoneware, earthenware, porcelain, ball clay, fire clay. I'm firing every day. And the Knopf Touch is overloaded with pots that I need to sell. Please bring this parade back.
Thank you, Gary. And chair now recognizes Terry Kissinger, representative from the Transportation Board.
As the chair of the Transportation Committee, I'm usually up here talking about bike lanes. Okay? They're great for the environment, and frankly, if you had added them to the 2019 parade, Chair Templeton, people might have escaped. But I'm not going to talk about bike lanes this year, all right? Because I blew my budget on a crane to haul your giant horses out of a hole in the ground, Chair Templeton. And you can't put bike lanes over a hole in the ground. What a nightmare.
Chair recognizes Mr. Brad Gailey for his first meeting. Welcome.
Thank you, Chair, and for those of you watching at home, thank you for joining us. Now, as members of the council know, I relocated here during the pandemic, and as such, many of the particulars of the 2019 incident escaped. Now, while I do believe that a portion of our budget should be put to use on an annual municipal gathering of some kind, I would have extreme reservations about planning an event that has even the slightest potential to harm any of our citizens. So until I learn more about the previous incident and the events surrounding it, my vote shall remain undecided. Thank you.
Thank you all for sharing your statements. Looks like we would be two with one undecided. As a reminder, in the event of a no vote or a tie, the parade will not be held.
Call for a vote.
Chair rejects call for vote in favor of discussion. Now, let me just say, we've grown a lot in the last 2 years. And how many parades have we held since then?
I don't know how many.
0. We've been apart. And we need to come together, especially for an event that our children will attend.
Well, that sounds like a wonderful idea.
Chair calls for vote.
Don't you think we're missing a few details from last year?
Yeah, what were the press calling the previous incident again?
Okay, please refer to Ms. Bunn for the minutes.
Okay, last year
And they will be read next month. Okay, but let's vote now on this new parade.
Okay, I don't think you can push.
What about the pending wrongful death lawsuit?
Mistakes were made, but we can move forward with parade, having learned from those challenges, And it will be safe and fun for the entire community, for the children.
Well, that sounds reasonable.
Exactly. Let's call for a vote.
Chair Templeton?
There was a thunderstorm in the forecast and you didn't postpone the parade. Lightning struck and killed a person, and instead of canceling the parade, you rerouted it around a dead body.
Directly into a sinkhole.
32 were injured and 5 died.
Let's take a break. We're getting a one-sided version.
So no one died?
No. Yes. People died. It was a freak accident, okay? Like, it happens to all of us, right? Look, Brad, you're a reasonable guy, and I'm the chair. I'm probably not going to be here for very long, to be honest. Pretty soon I might be running for board of supervisors, and then you know what?
What? Oh.
At church.
No kid wants to be at church on Halloween, though.
Excuse me, are you telling me what my kids want?
I remember what it was like to be a kid. They would love it.
Okay, thank you, Janet.
Okay, good. Called back to order.
Can we put that out?
No, we need this. Okay. I want to remind you all that Ms. Coates from Public Works will be here shortly with her lessons learned analysis of the parade of 2019. I know we're all very interested to see what she has to say. All right, I thought we could just try this. If the vote were held right now and it is not being held, Ms. Bunn, you have that? Then I would vote yes. And we go around.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
Ms. Bunn, what's the count?
3 no, 2 yes.
Okay, as I said, that was a test vote.
I thought you said this would be quick.
Call for a vote?
I just thought it would be worth mentioning to the committee that as chair of this board, I feel a certain contrition for last year's events.
I would also if I were you.
Just, I feel as though I ought to apologize. What happened should not have happened. But, you know, Barack Obama said in The Audacity of Hope that it was his crippling election loss in the state of Illinois that set him up for success later in life. And Nick, I really do feel contrition. You're right. And I really just wish there was someone that could help me find that forgiveness. I think that's what I really need right now. Do you think you know where I could find that sort of forgiveness, Nick?
think I might. You know, we're having a all-night vigil on Tuesday night. You're welcome to come with us. Always.
Or we could go right after this year's Halloween parade.
Don't do this to me, Janet.
You don't want me to come to church with you? I'll come. I'll stay for the whole thing. How long is it?
4.5 hours? Is this legal? Janet, I will take you to church with me.
Great. Well, let's call for vote.
But I am not voting for this parade.
Okay, rescinded.
If we want to fix the errors of the past, I think this would be the perfect time to read a statement, okay, that we received from a man named John Reimer, who was at the parade in 2019. Ms. Bunn?
I cannot hear the word parade without my post-traumatic stress disorder being violently activated. With the support of my tactile hobbies and therapy dog, I know that that day no longer defines me. This committee cannot return my missing teeth, eye, hair, or ability to walk, but it can prevent this from happening again. If there is another parade, instead of enjoying Halloween, my boyfriend and I will be watching with terror.
Girlfriend?
It says boyfriend.
Oh.
Please do not stage another parade in this county. I will call in a bomb threat if I have to.
Okay, well, it's not the policy of this committee, pursuant to section 2503, to listen to threats or insults, so I don't
Oh,
really.
he sent a picture of himself. Can we put that up?
I see one wants to fell into that.
Into the sinkhole? Yes. Look, if we want to learn something and make amends for the past, I think we need to get past this idea of holding a parade to support this ailing man in his time of suffering.
Well, what about if we instead just give him some suggestions of TV shows to watch while the parade occurs? Personally, I like Friends.
Speaking of making amends, what about the family of the clown?
Hold on, what clown?
The clown that was hit by lightning and died.
Okay, that is the subject of an ongoing legal dispute, and I will not comment on whether the person who died was or was not a children's entertainer.
Really?
I changed my vote.
That means 1 yes, 4 no.
Okay, make note, this is not an official vote. No call for vote has been approved.
Who's ready for a lessons learned analysis?
Thank you, Ms. Coates. Yes, we're all very excited to see what you've learned and to keep an open mind about what you have to say. Well, how about while you get set up with your presentation, let's take a quick break with some tweets from members of the community. If you would like to see your tweets up on screen, be sure to use the hashtag #MakeItMoranis. Called back to order. It is always good to hear from the members of our community. All right, Ms. Coates, please begin.
Well, starting from the beginning, I woke up and it was just pouring rain. Would have been a good idea to cancel the parade. I've never seen a parade on a day like that.
What did you see, Ms. Coates?
At the parade, right. Well, the first thing I saw were the clowns. They were doing their little tricks, you know, twirling their batons, blowing up balloons. And there was this big crack and a bright flash of light. Now, I'm not sure if it was the metal baton he was carrying or the wires in his clown suspenders that conducted electricity, but Tootsie the Clown was totally fried. His rainbow wig and red nose flew off into a group of children who, as one would expect, started screaming immediately. I've taken the liberty of preparing some graphics.
Okay, well, are these really relevant?
I would like to see.
Now, here is where Tootsie was struck. This dotted line represents the path of the Clydesdales that subsequently trampled his body. They were following closely behind the clown brigade, and even though they would have heard all the screaming, they continued to press ahead. Just clomped over him, one after the other after the other.
What about the other victims of the lightning strike?
In addition to the death of Tootsie, 5 other people were injured as the lightning spread, thanks to the wet pavement. Here's a slide of the victims' faces.
So who made the call to continue the parade, even though a bolt of lightning had just killed one of the star performers?
That would be the chairwoman. I was standing about 4 feet behind her, and I remember her on the phone saying, "Just keep it going. It was just a dead clown. No one's going to remember if he lives or dies," etc.
Okay, well, I don't recall saying anything of the sort.
My memory's like a steel trap, chairwoman. But I have more slides. The day's events should have stopped there. The parade was rerouted to Willow Avenue here. This is 7th Street. This smudge on the pavement represents Tootsie's corpse. This crater you see here represents the sinkhole where all the kids and horses fell in.
Ms. Coates, what reason do we have to believe that you're a reliable witness?
I was there under official capacity.
So is Mussolini. He actually got reelected a bunch of times.
Ms. Coates, did you witness the sinkhole opening? I mean, it just showed up out of nowhere, right?
Well, an engineer from this city's public works department said that it was structurally unsafe due to the repeated flooding.
Oh, so it was the water damage that was the problem. So the transportation board failed to act.
Well, the road was closed a week before the parade, before the council chair Janet reopened it. Here's a photo of the clearly marked signs that say, "Avoid danger of sinkhole."
We're close to Jan.
Ms. Coates, can we please hear the last part of your presentation?
Well, maybe we should ask Ms. Coates if she likes to drink. Because I think I smell alcohol.
Pathetic. Here's a final chart I wanted to show you all. I polled all the mental health professionals within a 20-mile radius. Children needing therapy after the so-called Great Moranis Massacre jumped by about 400% in the months following the parade. Teachers at Moranis Elementary School can't even say the word parade in class anymore. They have to say enjoyment procession.
Well, you know, I have a chart of my own. See? Here it is.
That's a napkin.
This circle represents reliable witnesses, and this circle represents Ms. Coates. They're not touching.
Janet, stop it. You're embarrassing yourself.
Now, the data is not clear on whether the spike in child therapy cases was due to the lightning bolt that struck those clowns, or because of the ground opening up and swallowing those beautiful giant horses. Nobody signed a waiver. Do you have any active lawsuits against you? Because you're going to lose those.
Oh,
Circus folk are notoriously litigious.
oh, jeez.
Okay, I have a question. What makes you an expert in this? You're not part of the city. You're not part of the county.
I'm an agent with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, ma'am.
You were what?
I was there to obtain information about a target. I've been building a case against Mr. Paul Joseph Greenfield, aka Tootsie the Clown, for the last 6 months. Turns out he was a pretty bad guy.
Well, what did he do?
Well, he was a pedophile.
Well, I think that's a great place to end this. Thank you so much for your testimony, Ms. Coates. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Well, it's time. There's nothing left to do but vote.
Call the vote.
Well, I mean, the chair will get to it. Motion to hold the vote on the Halloween Parade 2021.
Seconded.
Can we show for the record who is in favor of having a vote on the Halloween parade? Okay, we'll have the vote. Mr. Papagugu Stanos,
No.
Mr. Knopf,
No.
Ms. Kissinger,
No.
Mr. Gailey,
No.
Chair Templeton.
Now hold on a second.
Okay, you can't just delay the vote just because you.
Hold on.
Someone get the gavel.
Shut up, Nick.
Excuse me.
Just shut up for a second. Now I'm the chair of this committee, and that means I get to say when we vote. And that won't be until you all just sit there and shut up and let me say my piece. Okay. I'm sorry, okay? Plain and simple, I need this parade. I need this parade. And I need it to be the best damn parade. Oh, grow up, Nick. The best goddamn parade that Moranis County has ever seen. Today, we all heard in excruciating detail my failures, which led to the injury and death of my community members. And for me, I hear that every minute of every day. Just replaying over and over again in my mind, just thinking about what I could have done differently. But I can't go back. I can't change what happened. I can only move forward, and the only way I know how to do that is to give these people the Halloween parade that they deserve. And maybe through that, redeem myself in the smallest way in the eyes of my neighbors. Please, I'm begging you, just give me this chance.
Look, Janet, we know that this has been difficult for you, okay? But I think you need to put your pride aside and
Fuck you.
Excuse me?
Oh, you heard me. Talk about pride. You can't get over yourself and your thing for 5 minutes, care about anything other than bike lanes. Okay?
Okay.
God,
Great.
do you think that I want to be here? Stuck in Moranis County? I went to Girls State, okay? I've been dreaming of Richmond since I was 13. But now, I'm stuck here with all of you because of this accident. You know? For some reason, all of the blame has been placed on me. And you know, like any of you could have done any better. Oh, don't give me that look, Nick. I had to make split decisions with a lot of people's money and time on the line, mind you, and I did the best I could with the information I had. Gary can't even process a 1099!
Hey.
Christ!
Maybe we should just leave.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. parade if we leave here without a vote. So, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Terry, you're into bike lanes. What if I told you that if you vote for this parade as is, I won't just give you bike lanes. I will give you bike days. Just 3 days in the middle of the week, Tuesday through Thursday. We shut down the roads. No cars, bikes only. Terry, I have the power to make that happen.
Okay, Janet. Okay. You find a way to give me bike days and bike lanes, and I'll change my vote right now.
Well, okay, you've got a deal. Okay. Let's do it. Nick, let's talk Easter parade.
Easter parade?
Easter. Oh yeah. And I'm not talking, some non-denominational spring parade, I'm talking Easter parade, okay, Nick? Easter parade with the big old Jesus with a big old cross just on his hands,
Janet!
Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
No. Everyone say,
Oh.
Nick, Easter.
It's catching!
It's
catching!
It's fine. We gotta have the vote. It's fine. It's fine.
Get the keys!
We're gonna have the vote, okay?
Janet, open it!
Well-maintained playgrounds. Come see the shallow hill. We've got a rec center. Come get a haircut. Bikes, get your VHS tape digitized. There's a